So, with this week's episode of Boruto Naruto's Next Generation, we really get to see more of the main characters that are going to be involved throughout the rest of the series. But also, we really get to see the repercussions of Boruto's actions in last week's episode with him crashing the train and the Hokage statue. We get to see that he actually was suspended for 2 weeks, so he had to start 2 weeks later than everybody else. And for those 2 weeks, Hinata put him in the grinder and made him study for those 2 weeks, and it was just hilarious. His actual reaction telling everybody that he had to study for those 2 weeks. But more or less, this episode was pretty lighthearted. It really like sort of similarity what Naruto had to go through in his time at the academy because everybody hated him, everybody liked him. But in this episode, we see that everybody's not happy with Boruto because of the fact that everybody thinks that since he is Naruto's son, since he's the Hokage son, he got away with it. There's some comments here and there and throughout the episode where if he was any other person, he would have been expelled or sent to jail or both or somewhere along those type of punishments. But since he's the Hokage son, he didn't get pretty much no punishment at all. Um, Throughout the we actually get to see some more characters for people who are just into the anime and not the manga. We got introduced to more characters. We got introduced to Ino and Sai's son. Yes, Ino and Sai had a son. I don't know what we saw there, but um, we see that he takes after his father. He's a bit of insensitive person, and he has mostly Sai's personality, where he says stuff that are kind of inappropriate. True, but in a inappropriate way, in about a little bit of an ass way. Um, we get introduced to Choji's daughter, Chocho, who is good friends with Sadara, and we get introduced to the class rep, which I didn't really catch her name. I don't think they said her name, but we get introduced to not introduced, reintroduced her because she did have a brief cameo in the first episode. But seems like the Denki theories that he is Kawaki in the opening of the first episode is kind of diminishing, slowly diminishing, but because of a new character, Iwabi, who is a student much like Naruto, um, not not like Naruto, but he is a student that got held back twice because of poor grades, much like Naruto, who got held back twice before he finally passed. So we got introduced to him, and it seems to be that now most of the new theories are gonna be with him because of the way he's acting and stuff like that. He's pretty much like the class bully. He quickly was bullying and talking down the new system because we really get to see how much things have changed since Naruto was at the academy. And Naruto science they focus primarily on being an actual ninja, ninjutsu, and stuff like that. But now the academy has evolved more, and we see more of it being more like a modern day high school, more like a modern day school than an actual ninja school, where actually ninjutsu, taijutsu, and everything related to be a ninja is incorporated with other academics stuff, and that's why Iwabi has stood back, and it kind of made him bitter and more of a class bully. And I think that's why a lot of people now are doing the whole Kawaki theory on him because of the fact of his personality. But I think that's going to change later on, and I'll explain that more. But this episode, we really get to see Boruto's character, a character development here, which kind of diverts in Boruto, the movie. But this episode really was not only a setup to continue setting up the main characters and setting up their personalities and stuff like that, but it's a setup of Boruto's character because we get a big character development with Boruto, and that he does not like bullies. He stands up for the little guy, and he stands up for his beliefs, and he stands up for his ninja way, and he doesn't like bullies. And I think there's a big character development there, and a big character boost for for actually Boruto because of the fact that everybody just sees him as a brat and as a show off because he's the Hokage son. So we really get to see him win over the students because of the fact of his act of bravery and stuff like that, standing up to Iwabi and standing up for his friends. And even though his classmates didn't really like him, he stood up for them too. He stood up for everybody, and he challenged EX Iwabi. And even though Iwabi had the upper hand, he did not give up, and he stood his ground and he kept on fighting, much like Naruto in his younger days. So we really get to see a development right there, which is so good right now. It's so huge um, because of the fact that the way this series is going, I, I think the main characters we're gonna get one more episode, which is Metal Lee's, which is Lee's son. I think that episode is gonna primarily focus on actually him, but I think this is good because in Naruto, setting up the characters and setting up the actual story arc was like really fast paced. So I think with this anime, they're slowing it down a bit and they're giving time to iron out these actual characters' backstory. So I think we're gonna be getting more of character backstory throughout the anime. And one thing I want to add is the Iwabi theories. I don't think they're true, just for the fact that his character is slowly changing because of what Boruto did, and actually I think he's gonna be part of the team. Not really part of the team, but I think he's gonna actually be part of some team, and he's gonna be a true ninja. I don't think he would grow up more and change his ways. If that would happen, it would have to be something huge for him to like just turn traitor after what he initially showed in this episode that he is going to change his ways and that he's going to study hard and actually try hard. And overall, this episode was just another setup episode, but it was a good episode nonetheless because we got to see not just more of the main characters of this Naruto Next Generation, but we got to see character development for Boruto as well as Denki. We got to see some character development with him, which is why I think his theory of him being Kawaki is gonna get diminished soon. And so far, I don't see anything that really links Iwabi to actually um, Kawasaki. So I think those theories are going to quickly be thrown out the window soon. So, but overall, this actually was a good episode. These first two episodes are actually good so far. So I'm hoping to see a lot of good things coming from this episode. So I'm not gonna give it a grade. If I would give it a grade, I'll probably would give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was a good episode. Wasn't perfect, but it was good. Had a lot of character developments. Slowly progressing. I think they're slowly progressing because of the fact that there's not that much chapters in the Boruto manga, so I think they're gonna take it slower. So, what do you think, guys? Do you think this anime is any good? Do you think we're gonna get less filler or more filler coming soon? And just overall, comment below on what you guys thought about the episode. And as always, have an awesome day.